All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Elder Tahar, and on down to rule well. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I just want to do a short lesson. I'll have a little in the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, allows it to go. And I want to name the video Strike Alert. All right, another one, another strike, man. All right, and Lord Will's brother can see on the screen. This time it's the CVS and Walgreens. The the pharmacist workers at CVS and Walgreens. All right, again, Lord Will's brother can see on the screen right here. It says strike alert 2023, and that might become a new trending thing, a strike alert, because where they saying that with the Ford, the General Motors thing, they're supposed to be reaching an agreement. But I don't think that's in stone yet, put in stone yet fully. But they striking. The Mack truck workers are striking up north. Who else? You had the nurses walk out on the west coast, and I think it was another one. But I forgot it was another one too. But I forgot which one that one was. Um, but now it's the CVS. It says strike alert 2023. Workers at CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid walk out. Pharmacist staff of CVS Walgreens stores in U.S. start 3-day walkout. All right. So everybody's going on strike. Everybody's walking out due to the fact that people can't make ends meet. All right. At the end of the day, that's what it's really all about. People can't make ends meet. Um. But yeah, that was 2 days ago. Put up 2 days ago, and today they just started a walkout. Okay, let's click this. Let's see what Rupert's got to say. All right. And this, I believe, through the spirit, just speaking as a man, but this could become a new trending thing. All right. People in Babylon just walking out of their jobs. All right. And through the spirit, like I told brothers in the camp, don't be surprised, if I would, don't be surprised if my job starts striking, if their job start a strike. All right. Because people are real deal hurting out here, man. Like real deal can't pay shit, man. All right. Like down to their last every week there which has been like that, but now it's just getting worse. Like real deal, pinch and penny. I mean, missing, not eating for two or 3 days. All right, real deal can't feed their family, man. People in Babylon the Great, a so-called first world country, which Babylon really now is on its way um to a third world country status. Which it really is in certain places. It already really is. All right, but people out here in Babylon are hurting, man. All right, and people can't keep up that facade like these people in America like to do, like to keep up that facade to make sure like everything's all gravy, everything's all good. You know, people are starting to you know that lofty look that people here have in America. The Lord is bringing it low. That's why you see people on TikTok complaining about inflation and all that. I can't pay this, I can't pay that. I just spent like $130 on groceries, and they're all going in 2 days. Most of it's going. They're all going in like 2 days. All right. So people in America are fed up while Biden is uh you know and really not even Biden. They're getting ready the Babylonian government is getting ready to try to send $100 billion um between Ukraine and to the small hatch. All right, while you over here suffering. All right, but it says pharmacist staff from CVS Walgreens stores in the U.S. start 3-day walkout. So I'm guessing this is everywhere. I gotta check out all. I'm gonna check and see if they walked out, man. It says it might not be everywhere, but it could trickle down to everywhere. All right. It says October 3rd, Rupert. Some employees at CVS Health Corporations. Okay, it says some. It said Walgreens Boots Alliance. In the U.S. pharmacy launches a 3-day walkout starting Monday to get the companies to improve working conditions and recruit more people, among other issues. It really is about money, man. That's what it's really all about. But again, the pride of these people really won't admit it. It's the fact that they can't make ends meet. They can't afford that once lavish lifestyle they had, decent lifestyle they had. They're being downgraded. And like we said yesterday at camp, camping with the brothers, camping with brothers in Valdosta yesterday, these Edomites are the ones complaining now. But Jake been in this condition. All right, but again too, you got Jakes, out there striking, too. So pretty much everybody in America is in an uproar. And again, I believe through the spirit, this is going to be a new trend. Strike alerts. It says the walkout with the organizers have dubbed Farmageddon is the third strike by the pharmaceuticals in a little over a month. In September, some staff, oh yes, they did walk out in September. Some staff at CVS stores in Kentucky went on a 2-day strike, while there were another by Walgreens stores employees earlier this month. Some of these stores are so grossly understaffed at the moment, and that's another thing too. People being overworked. People just tired of being overworked. But the majority of people these are walking out of these jobs because they ain't making enough money. All right, and most people that walked out and quit, they finally just scratch their head and just figured out, man, if I ain't making enough money to eat, man, why am I even coming here every day? And that's the attitude a lot of people in Babylon is about to take, and that's what you think. That's when you're really going to see things get ugly, man. With no other prescriptions, but the amount of, I really ain't gotta read no more, you know. But yeah, man. So it's another strike alert, you know. Strike alert, strike alert. I believe again this is gonna be like a trending thing here in Babylon. Strike alerts. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if my people at my job walked out, you know. People at other brothers' job who just walk out. You just one day you come in and you see people out there with picket signs, uh, more pay. We need more pay. Them stupid ass strike slogans they kick out. So yeah, man. But this is good news. All right, this is great news, and I pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Lord brings more of these strikes. All right, because it's really a two-edged sword, because these companies, if most of these companies right now are going in the dirt, man, like just real deal going in the dirt. All right, they ain't got the foot traffic, and the majority of their sales be online or whatever. All right, so their attitude is just like, look, I can't, if I ain't making enough money, all right, I ain't getting enough foot traffic. Basically, I ain't making enough off this business. How can I pay you more? Why would I pay you more? All right, if we ain't making enough money here, if the business ain't making enough money, they can't pay you more if the business ain't making enough money. All right, and with the pharmacy, with the drugs and all that, um, they've been talking about shortages or whatever for some time now, with certain drugs and things like that. So I mean, this place is just collapsing, man. Overnight, it's just collapsing. And again, if these companies, it's lucky for the pause. It should take a long time to load up. But again, if these companies ain't making enough money, they're not going to want to pay you. If anything, really, they'll be happy if you go on strike, or they could just fire you, or get somebody in there that will work for a lesser wage. Because again, all these businesses and most of these businesses in Babylon are going to the ground, man. All right, a lot of to the ground. But again, they're not really speaking about this stuff on the mainstream or letting people know about it. But this is what's really going on here in Babylon. All right. Instead, they're talking about the atrocities and stuff with the small hats. Send the small hats some money because they're over there so-called getting slaughtered or whatever. All right. By a nation that doesn't even have an army. All right. Them Arabs, Ishmael does have an army, but in that part of that land, they don't have an army. They don't have a standing army. All right, them Palestinians, they don't have a standing army. All right, they can't beat them small hats. All right, but that's why but they're telling now to tell you to send them money because they're getting slaughtered over there, which is a lie. All right, but that's where the U.S. focus is at, funding them wars. All right, while you sit over here in Babylon and starve, and everything on the news is all about that. They're not talking about this on the mainstream. All right, they put that General Motors shit on there. All right, I saw it on there a few times, but for the most part, they're not talking about stuff like this at all. They're just talking about what's going on with the small hats. All right, while this is going on in Babylon the Great, and they give the forums acting crazy, man. All right, go to the scripture, I've been going to. And again, Lord will, I believe this is going to be like an ongoing thing. Like a what they call it, a trend, a trending thing. People walking out their jobs. You're going to see it at McDonald's. You're going to see it at Burger King. You're going to see it at Winn-Dixie. You're going to start seeing it at Walmart. You're going to start seeing it everywhere. All right, people just walking out their jobs. That's why the Lord said, what? The grinding shall cease. All right? Because the people ain't in there grinding, working, all right? Because they're out there picketing and striking. So that's the grinding ceasing. And what does that mean? Businesses are going to go down. More businesses are going to shut down. Less businesses means there's less jobs. People can't feed their family. And that's when the majority of people are going to turn to crime. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. And that day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinding cease, because they are few, right? Half of the people in there are on strike, and the rest it might be 8 or 9 or 10 people in there. If it's a company that got 500 people, 1,000 people working there, or whatever, or 800 people, if 500 go on strike, that just leaves 300. You can't, and they need 800 people to run the business. You can't sustain, sustain productivity like that. You need that full staff, all right? And eventually, what's going to happen? The other 300, they're going to go on strike, all right? Because they're going to get tired of being overworked, and they feel like they're being underpaid too, but they're just, better slaves or whatever. But like the Lord said, the grinding should cease, and this walkouts, these strikes or whatever is the reason. One of the reasons why, because they are few, and those that look out the window be darkened, right? Verse 4, and the door should be shut in the streets, and that's ultimately what's going to happen. These strikes continue because these businesses are going to go out of business, and when the sound of the grinding is low, right? When the sound of the grinding is low, and then a lot of businesses still don't run at their full capacity. They don't. If they were open before pre-pandemic, they were open 10 hours. Now they cut it down to like 7 or 6, and they might work 4 days a week. You can't sustain. An economy can't continue. This economy can't operate with those hours and all that. All right. But in a nutshell, this place is done, man. All right. We got uproars, protests here at Babylon the Great. All right. I'm pretty sure brother saw that situation with that one Israelite camp and them Arabs. Uproars of the people are protesting with that, and these strikes is an uproar. All right, strikes are an uproar as well. All right. So if you're measuring the time diligently in itself, like the scriptures say, then you will only could come to one conclusion, that we're at the end. This is it. All right. Again, Salakia for the phone, brothers. Yeah, this thing acting up. But like it says in 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, Satan, man. Like it says in here you go. The 2nd Ezra, the 9. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 3. Therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes, and it was just I just saw too, it was an earthquake out there in California. All right. So that's prophecy. Earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and the strike counts as an uproar. All right. Right along with them protests between what's going on between them Arabs and the small hats. So you got major protests going on here in Babylon. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifested. Right. So the fact that there's earthquakes and uproars of people on strike, that's proof that the end is here. We're at the end. All right. And again, don't be surprised. You're gonna see people at Popeyes, people at these lesser paying jobs, Family Dollar. They're all gonna start striking. All right. They're all gonna start striking because people in Babylon are starving, man. All right. People still trying. Some people still trying to keep this facade up, like everything's all good and I'm good and all this shit, but they really ain't, man. They're really in the worst case scenario. All right. Which we're all in the worst case scenario, but they're really jacked up. And them credit cards ain't gonna save you much longer, man. The credit card debt is at an all-time high. That shit literally collapsed. A lot of people are living off them credit cards. All right, but that shit is about to go. All right. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash, double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and safety to you brothers that push this truth in all sincerity. With that, I'm going to say shalom.